Hi students, welcome to the overview video for week 9. So I am recording this for maybe like the 4th time in a row, and I'm hoping this is going to work. So I have my camera off though, because I was hoping that would make things go a little smoother, so we'll see how it goes. So here we are, week 9, and let me kind of touch on what we have going on this week. So where we're going from week 8 into week 9. If you remember, in week 8 we reviewed the rhetorical situation and some of the basic elements that you think about, that you analyze when trying to better understand a communication. And in that case, we looked at a speech. Now we're going to go into week 9, so we're looking at, we're doing a deeper dive on the rhetorical elements. And these elements are the appeals, the Aristotelian appeals. So we're going to learn a little bit about that this week. And we're going to put our focus on analyzing a different type of text, a visual text. So that's what we have. So there is a tutorial here that I strongly recommend you watch, because it does explain the ethos, pathos, logos pretty well, because this video has different types of examples, and that's why I chose it. So there's like text examples, but then there are also some ad examples, which are really good. So make sure you watch that before you jump into the adaptive learning assignment. Remember, adaptive learning is when they're testing to see what you know and then kind of giving you resources to learn along the way. That's why it's adaptive. So you have that for the concepts to practice and learn that. You also have a video resource on rhetorical appeals, very specific to advertisements. Since this is the visual text we will be looking at, this one, like I said, it's just more specific for advertisements. So you're still using these appeals here, but more specifically, what does that mean in the world of advertisements? Okay. So this is a good video resource for you there. And so all of these assignments and resources will help prepare you to do the journal and the discussion this week. The journal assignment is going to ask you to analyze an ad. So you need to go find your ad, but the ad needs to be an image ad, so a picture ad, one that you would find, say, in a magazine or online or in a billboard, not video, okay? And so that is going to be what we do. And so I give you all the instructions and guidelines on how to do that. But the main thing you want to remember for this assignment is to make sure that you do post, give me access to see the image, whether you put the image in itself or you link to it and it's clear which image it is on the page, okay? So that's going to give you practice analyzing an ad. And then once you do that, then you're going to have the experience of creating an ad. And that's going to be one that you share with your classmates. So this is a discussion assignment. And so what you're going to be doing in this assignment, let me show you a little bit here just so you can kind of see. You do have steps, and I have some guidance. You can create an ad using an AI image generator, so that is allowed for the image. And but I have an alternative here, because not everybody wants to, or for ethical reasons or other reasons, wants to use AI. So there are some other ways that you can create an ad. There's probably even more options. So if you might have apps and things that you use on your own that you like to make things with. So, but you can use your artistry skills. You can make put something together on paper and then take a photo of it and upload it that way too. Okay. If you are going to use AI, I have some links to things where you can do it. Now, Canva's free, but there's a paid version, and I can't remember how much access it gives you to the AI stuff in Canva, but for free, but it should be some. And so you can use chat. You can probably use any AI generator, but these are the ones that are always recommended for images. There's probably more by now since I made this. There's also a tutorial to help you with that, okay? If you want to learn how to do it and want to try your hand at it, I linked to that for you. And there are some specific instructions here. So not only are you submitting the ad, you're going to write a little bit on your process. Okay, that's going to be important, you know, thinking about the choices you made and why you made them. Because even if you use AI, you still have to direct it. You still have to make the prompt and give the guidelines for it. So that's something you can talk about in here, your choices. And don't forget the last part, you have to respond to 2 peers. Okay, and you're going to be a test audience for your peers on this assignment. So make sure you follow all the instructions there so you can help your peers know if how their ad impacted you. Okay. Now, the last thing here is there is a writing process or project 2 official assignment handout. I'm going to make a separate video for that, but it's here at the end of this because this assignment is going to take you through an assignment where you're doing something very similar to what you did here, but in a different, slightly different visual text, and we'll be spending the next few weeks on that. So right now, I will wrap up the overview and put a separate video in for you guys on that other assignment. Okay, well, I hope this helps. Have a great week and have fun making your ads. Looking forward to seeing them.